So upstairs on the Cruisecraft 5s there is a second breaker panel. It's located in the middle bedroom behind the door. So these, once again, the first 2 rows are going to run off your guys' house batteries. So very easy. DC main controls the power to the entire board. Lights you can turn on and off using the light switches on the second deck and the top deck in order to turn off the lights, or just with the breakers here. Once again, same as the water heaters downstairs. You're going to want to make sure you leave that one on the whole time. And then that red, about the water heater, this is your water heater indicator switch. Right now it's in the on position and there's no red illuminated reset light. So it means your water heater is heating your water. What you guys can do, if you do ever come by and you see this red reset light illuminated, so it's bright red, it means your water heater pilot light has gone out. So you're going to need to reset that. To reset that, the easiest thing to do is you flip your on-off switch just to the off position, and then you can flip it back on. Usually that does relight that water heater and gets it going for you guys again, so you have hot water. If it doesn't go, you guys can still turn off your water heater breaker, reset that, flip it back on. If that red reset light goes away, your water heater is heating. If it doesn't seem to go away, we'll get you guys to reference your guys' manual, or if we need, we can always use the radio within main radio hours as well. Along the second row we have more lights and the spreader lights. The spreader lights are for the lights on the very top deck as well as your second floor to light up the outside of the boat. We have another furnace breaker here. So right here you have your furnace temperature adjustment and your fireplace temperature adjustment. So for your furnace, first off, if you want to engage your furnace, you need to make sure your breaker panel on the breaker that says furnace is turned on. You're going to flip on the little switch on the side, you're going to set it to heat, and then you'll adjust your temperature to whatever you guys want, and you should be able to hear the furnace engage once you have it set to the temperature you need. Once you're done with the furnace, set your temperature all the way down and flip the little switch on the side to the off position just to shut off the furnace. Some of them will be labeled satellite dish, or it will just be labeled TV, letting you know it's for the satellite dish or the TV on the second deck and in the middle deck. And for the last one here is your water pump. It will either say pump or lake water pump or just water pump. This is another water pump that brings water from the bottom floor up to the second and top deck. Once again, you need to make sure this is off when you guys are driving the boat so you don't get an airlock in the system and no water on the second or top deck. The last thing to point out on these 2 rows here is this dump valve covered breaker right here. It's very easy. So this is an emergency dumping system for the hot tub up on the top deck. It's to minimize if there is a storm and it comes up on you guys quickly. You don't have time to drain your hot tub the easy way using gravity. This is an emergency switch here to dump the hot tub immediately. The reason why it's an emergency use only is anytime you use this hot tub, it needs to be reset by us on dock. It will not fill back up, as well as it soaks absolutely everything on the boat, and you will be charged for it if you do it for fun. Whereas if you do it for an emergency situation, you wouldn't be charged in that case. But make sure if you do know there's a storm coming that you drain the hot tub the easy way, which we'll show you once we're upstairs. But if you do need to use this emergency dumping system, you uncovered the covered breaker, you flip the switch to the on position, and depending on the boat you're on, just below the breaker panel there'll be a switch that opens up the floor of the hot tub, or downstairs just above your captain's helm station on the left, on the very bottom floor, there's another switch on some of the boats there that will allow you to dump the water. But only emergency use, only for these dump valve emergency drain system. Otherwise, there is a slow way to drain your hot tub, which we'll show you upstairs. So these next 2 rows is a full generator row, and this 4th row will run off your guys' inverter. But for this row here, the generator row, a couple things, the cabin outlets, just the outlets on the second deck here. You have your steam powered generator, which is a steam shower located just in the bathroom on the other side of this breaker panel. So to power that one on, you just make sure this double breaker is turned on. Your generator is running downstairs, and there's a temperature adjustment just on the wall right beside the shower in the bathroom there. The last thing on this along this row is your hot tub. You have 2 hot tub breakers. That is for your filling and for your high powered jets upstairs in your hot tub. So both of these will need to be on in order for it to fill, and if you want high powered jets upstairs. Finally, along this last row, you guys have some very easy stuff. The TV is for the TV up on the second deck and the TVs in each of the bedrooms beside you. The bar switches here, anything that's covered, you're going to want to leave it covered and leave it how it's set. If you turn it off, either the bar, fridges won't be working or other stuff won't be working. So make sure you leave any of the covered breakers how they're set when you board the boat. The last thing is this hot tub heater breakers here. Both of those need to be in the on position because there's 2 hot tub heaters upstairs at that hot tub. So both of these will need to be on in order to power on the hot tub heater upstairs, as well as to power on your circulator pump, which circulates the hot water within your hot tub. I would suggest turning these off whenever you're not using your hot tub, just so it doesn't continue to use propane and power to keep your hot tub heated, as you can run out of propane if you leave it on for very extended periods of time. For your guys' hot tub, since it is got 2 full hot tub heaters upstairs, it does heat up fairly quickly and allows you to use it whenever you guys want.